no, they try in the popular cities, New York and Los Angeles. If it works well, they can try the entire US market. Okay, so that is taken, whatever the expense, probably you won't get returns. That's what they do in many of the Indian cities also, right? They try in 2 brands in Bangalore and Mumbai. If it works well, pan India, they try out the product, all consumable products. So those 2 expenses have been taken as an option, though it will be loss making, but you will be getting into the whole market. And yes, in Damodaran there are various examples. He was talking about rediff.com, how it can be valued at an option, and he talks about another oil company, how the group of cluster of oil wells can be put together. Yeah. So many examples are there, but the interesting reading, actually, chapter 12, don't leave that. It comes in handy. Any questions you can ask me, you can send me an email anytime. I'm willing to do that. I'm planning to put the whole presentation into the website of mine, so you don't have to keep on carrying your laptop for learning. Actually, if suppose you are doing an audit work, many of the time the guys have told me that I go on an audit, but there is no, I have to keep on carrying this CDs or something like that. So if whenever you get time, you can go to the net and do that, but bear with me for 7-8 days. We have been working on it. I could not port my whole presentation. It looks really heavy. I could not move it across to my guy who is hosting it, but in another 4 or 5 days probably we will achieve that. The presentation will be on the web, and if not the current one, it takes a lead time for institute to record this and send it across to me. But the previous one, what we have done on the Delhi one, is already available to me. So probably few slides are here and there. I would have always made some improvement, but more or less the concept wise, you will get a whole picture of looking into the previous web. Yeah. Have questions, you can ask me now or later. Yeah, sure. I'll give you the card. Don't worry.
One of the intangibles is the customer profile, or good customer profile list is an intangible. How will you value that? It's not a question just in isolation. It's
no, I got that. No.
There are many companies who have got good customer profile.
Clientele, right?
Clientele. And how, because if that business is to be sold, that is a valuable asset, but it doesn't appear anywhere on the balance sheet.
But then won't your revenues be reflected by that?
But I'll tell you, as the example I gave you, the example I gave you is that the company doing automobile ancillary is the one. He asked me the right question. Is just left. Is the only one client, Bosch.
It can be both ways. It can work both ways.
It can work both ways. He does a precision one, latest technology, that multi-rail fuel injection. He does it exclusive for Bosch, not for anybody else. But if you look at it differently, if it's to be a generic automobile company, these guys will never make profit. You know that. Now all the small scale SMEs, he makes a high margin. The margin, like what we have seen in the Coke example, the margin, and you fortunately you will have a comparable in any company. You will have a generic ones available. Actually, Coke is an extreme case. You won't find a generic one. Automobile ancillary, you can find a small one which doesn't have a brand name or something like that. The differential incremental margin can be attributed to the clientele. Bosch is paying me more money because now it's Bosch. But if you go to the Bosch, he will not entertain you. He is going to entertain me because I am with them. Correct, no?
I have one customer, say for example Reliance, who is going to squeeze me on the margins. And
that's not the clientele at all. So that will get reflected in your margin.
I have a fixed revenue.
Yeah, that's correct. Your margin is already reflect the poor margin, right?
Exactly.
The brand is the differential margin you get. There is no brand at all for you, or he killed your brand.
But then customer listing can fall into the definition of intangibles, because instead of becoming
No, he wants to value the. No, he wants to value the customer profile. Actually, the question is.
He control the customer profile.
Today, if I have
The definition of what controls is intangible assets. It will not fall under the control, because unless
I'll tell you. So one of my friend had agency for Henkel. Those days, Henkel agency is given to one of my friend. Okay, Henkel brand is saleable actually. Reliance used to meet Dhirubhai Ambani just like that, because the product is not available. Textile and tannery chemicals, high margin. The margin is basically because of the brand Henkel, right?
So whatever customer base you have,
The customer is willing to pay you higher because you give a quality delivery. That is your brand. And you have a name for that, right? Total. If you have a Total in your, it sells. You give an empty container written Total on it, it sells. Whatever be the oil content of that, it could be hair oil also. Total sells. Parachute. If Mariwala wants it to do a valuation for his Parachute brand, Jiffy, I can do it because generics are available, coconut oil, and his brand and the margins you can do, return on equity you can do, return on equity minus cost of capital. Whatever Damodaran has taught me, I can experiment it with Parachute brand, isn't it? Yeah. It's just, it's only lighting a fire actually. Damodaran reading actually just gives you a basics. Then, real life you can keep on applying that. Huh? No, maybe. He's coming, no? Damodaran is coming to India.
No, he came last year, no? For
He came last year also. Next year, no, he's coming to.
after 3 years.
He is coming to Singapore. Next year, CFA. Those CFA guys have gone, or he's here. He's here. Rajesh is here. So annual conference we are having it in Singapore in probably May next year, and Damodaran is coming there.
What I heard was next time India.
But you can, I think, write to him.